That's my mother name.
What's up, guys? KW175 back with another Pokemon Duel video, and I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded, guys, but before we get into a pretty awesome video, I want to talk about this petition that I started. Demand better account security for Pokemon Duel. There's literally next to none when it comes to security. The account login system is pretty bad. I wrote what I feel is a pretty thorough petition, highlighting some of the biggest issues with it, and a couple of ideas that I feel like most of us, it seems pretty obvious when it comes to trying to fix this and make it better. There's been so many people that's lost their account, whether it's been stolen, if they're a content creator or posted a screenshot, or if they just didn't understand the system, the terms of service doesn't really stress how important the support ID is and how the system works. Click the link, sign it, please guys, let's get this changed. So guys, we're going to be getting into the video, and again, please click the link in the description if you care about the community, if you care about your own Pokemon Duel account. It only takes about 30 seconds to sign it. You can go through and read it if you'd like, but to summarize it, the account security sucks. This is why. Here's the reasons I think we could get it fixed relatively easy, and I'm shooting for 1,000 signatures. I think we may need to get a few more than that, but I think 1,000 is a good starting point to see if we can reach that. Now, before we get into the matchups of today's video, my Milotic is going to be coming hopefully when maintenance is over on the 25th. So I did a little bit of research, read up on it on the biology. Now, there's a couple of interesting points. One, Milotic can kind of float in the air, so it'd be kind of, it would seem realistic that it could move through other Pokemon or over top of them. Also, it has the ability to release like an energy to calm anger, so maybe they could use that for like status effects, healing status effects on Pokemon within a couple of steps, or maybe just all water types. I don't know. I think the ability is going to have something to do with status effects, though. But we have the Silver Moon Hall. Guys, having a ton of fun in this hall now that you can use rare figures. I was so sick of just the uncommon hall. So I have a couple of awesome duels that I want to show you guys. I put together a Phantom Energy deck with a couple of Sableye, with the Frostlass. So I had fun using the deck, even through Poliwrath in there. So let's go ahead. We're going to be getting into the first matchup. And again, guys, I'm not going to keep going over this, but please do not forget after the video to go sign that petition. Check the description. The link is right at the top of the description, or among the top, somewhere in the top part of the description there. You'll see it. It'll be pretty obvious. It takes 30 seconds, and you don't have to give any personal information. So we're going to be looking at things from our opponent's perspective. Now, I'm running level 9 Mimikyu into the Curse. Obviously, could get it to level 10. I have a chain level 1 on my Poliwrath. I put a little bit of Carmenite into it to get rid of the mist. Now we have Rotom that does transform into Heat Rotom. Level 10, all into the Revert. 4 chain levels, so 144 damage. And on the first few turns, it's going to be getting that minus 30 on all figures. Frostlass. Haven't put any Carmenite into it just yet. We have the Long Throw, Max Revive, Phantom Energy for any Swablu decks, anybody running triplets of anything. Phantom Sphere could be a good idea as well, just in case they don't have a status effect, or somehow maybe they have like a Cosmoem or something. But they have a level 10 Alolan Sandshrew. They have the Glaceon. They have the Frostlass. They have the Alolan Vulpix, which, I'm sure you guys have seen. There was another version of the Alolan Vulpix where it just has all blue on one side. It's like 50-50. Pretty insane. But we are going to block off both these Vulpix. No hurdle jump to worry about, so pretty happy about that. The Alolan Sandshrew is going to be coming up from behind, so we cannot move through. We're going to play that Phantom Energy. We have a lot of status on our team. 2 Sableye. And the Frostlass is not really meant for leaving a status effect. They're either going to KO and freeze the opponent, or, it's going to be like a double KO. They're going to be switching with that Avalugg, so got to keep a lookout for that. The Alolan Vulpix is going to be able to switch with anything that gets frozen, so I have to keep an eye out for that. The Alolan Sandshrew is not going to be able to land any damage. We didn't land Curse, so that's good. So we have a lot of mobility. Only one runner, and then once we go Heat Rotom, then we're not going to have any runners. So, I mean, it's a little bit slow, but there's a lot of mobility, and there's a lot of utility. And that Alolan Sandshrew is definitely going to get enough damage to, you know, win that spin. But we do have the Disguise, so we're not going to get knocked out just yet. We have a Surround set up on that Glaceon. And the Alolan Sandshrew is just going to go for the attack again. And our Mimikyu hits a miss. Feels bad. Feels bad. But we do have a Max Revive in this deck as well. So if we need to, we're going to be able to, you know, bring it out. So look. They're going to be able to evolve into this Alolan Sandslash. Has a pretty hefty spinner. We're going to block off with the Rotom. Look at this. Level 10, chain level 3. 2 spins is pretty much all it needs. And the odds of getting 3 is not great. And we're going to land Dodge. That's what I was hoping. Land Purple or Dodge. Now we have a Surround setup. We're going to move up on that entry point, threaten game, and get a knockout. Now, they're going to have to goal block. They go with the Avalugg. I'm going to back up with the Sableye. Again, there's no hurdle jump. I'm going to move over, guard the goal, and we're going to get surrounded. So, hey, you know, it was a good play on the opponent. I'm fine with it. We have a Max Revive. I'm just going to go ahead and bring Frostlass back. And because we have some mobility with it, we have some winning rolls with it. I love Frostlass. It's a really, really good Pokemon. Now, we need to land Purple here. Oof, we land the gold. Shadow Sneak would have not done anything unless he only spins once, which is, I mean, it can happen. But, yeah, we're looking for Purple. Now, we wanted gold on that roll, especially because the opponent lands Purple. That's exactly what we needed, but it could kind of go either way at this point. Max Revive is going to go off. They have a Surround set up on us, but we're going to go Microwave. And we're going to turn into the Heat Rotom, and we're going to kind of YOLO. You know, it can kind of go either way. There's a lot of blue, and we do get the knockout. Unfortunately, the opponent gets the Ice Fang. It is going to freeze us. Now, we also have a full heal in this deck. So if they don't cover, yeah, we would have been able to take the goal. They're going to switch with us. I'm not going to waste the full heal. I'm just going to jump over and tag the Heat Rotom. Man, just barely lands that dodge. Just barely. And they're confused now. So again, it could kind of go either way depending on what the Glaceon lands. I'm going to attack. They don't choose to battle with me, which is fine. I kind of got them, you know, a little bit further away from my goal. Didn't really feel good with the Alolan Sandslash kind of sitting within range to take the goal. So I'm pretty happy with the situation that we're in. Now, this Frostlass could definitely be an issue. This Alolan Vulpix is confused. We could have definitely got the knockout there, but we hit Revert, and to be fair, I did level up Revert, so we got a cover goal. Frostlass is, you know, able to move through whatever, and you know, Diamond Dust is going to go off, and we're frozen. So I'm going to have to backtrack with my Sableye, tag, and kind of see what happens here. Diamond Dust is going to go off. Perfect. We are going to freeze that Alolan Sandslash, and we're going to be able to move right back up with our Sableye, take the entry, and now I want to try to take another shot at this Alolan Vulpix. But they're going to go ahead and scoop up, come after our Heat Rotom, looking for the blue or the Overheat. They hit the Earthquake. Not going to be enough damage to get it done. Everybody spins. Lucky that none of our Pokemon got knocked out. And now we're just going to go ahead and take the entry. And now we're going to try to get rid of this Frostlass. And we're going to be able to get it done with, you know, getting both of our Pokemon frozen. And we do have a full heal. That was definitely a misplay on the opponent. And the thing is, people don't realize, even though they know you have a full heal, they don't always realize that you can move immediately after playing it. So GG to the opponent, getting into the next matchup, and this matchup is pretty incredible. Going up against a higher ranked player, Devil appears to be part of the X clan, and they have the triple Swablu. I'm like, people are still running the triple Swablu, so that's why I love the Phantom Energy. If we get a surround on one of those Swablu, we're going to be able to exclude them from the duel. And the Gyarados. This Gyarados is going to be a beast with these Swablu, basically getting a plus 30 since it's a flying and water type, but X-Speed, double chance is on there, hurdle jump, so we definitely need to watch out for that. And yeah, we got the full heal, double chance, long throw, max revive, Phantom Energy. You guys know, we just went over it in the last matchup, so let's go ahead, we're going to jump into the action. Swablu, I'm going to match up with my Rotom so I can move through, take the entry, and threaten the game. They're going to set up the Swablu, kind of not quite the triangle, but that's generally how you set up with the Swablu. And Swellow, that's the only cool thing about running Swablu, is it makes Swellow a beast. And we do not want to confuse Swellow, because it's going to get a plus 50 anytime it gets a status effect. So Confusion is actually the best status effect you can hope for when running the Swellow. So we're going to go ahead, we're just going to get some Pokemon out, we're going to jump over with our Sableye, and we want to stall out that Magikarp. We don't want to land any damage, we do not want it to evolve. Kind of wish I had my Mimikyu next to it at this point, but we're going to go and turn into the Heat Rotom attack. Try to get rid of one of these Swablu, and we are going to get it done. Look at that, 84 damage. Just you know, your damage crumbles. Now, you know, we pretty much have a pretty good chance of getting knocked out, but again, I leveled up Revert, and we do land it. So that's the only bad thing about this Heat Rotom. If you attack and somebody's in range, oh man, and you know, even with the minus 30 from the Heat Rotom's ability, since the Stuffle's currently a fire type for a few turns, still wasn't enough with that discharge. You know, it kind of sucks that the discharge is so weak, but I mean, it does have a pretty strong attack, but there are some drawbacks. Now, take a look at this. Curse is going to go off against this Magikarp, and you know, you pretty much would think you would need to gold block this, so I'm definitely going to go for the attack, and we get the Destiny Bond, but the Magikarp doesn't have any damage to, you know, output, so no knockout is going to go down. Here comes the Swellow, and this Swellow can definitely be a beast. Definitely be a beast, and we're going to hit a miss. No Destiny Bond, no Blizzard, no nothing. Just a miss. Feels bad. So we're going to come out with the Poliwrath, and as long as we don't land miss, it feels good. We're going to get the knockout. The Magikarp is not going to evolve. They're going to get excluded. We're going to get surrounded, and I'll take that play every time. Every time. KO for a banishment, 100%. So Stuffle moving toward our Heat Rotom, trying to get a knockout. We're going to land the discharge again, but Stuffle going to be able to beat us by 8 damage. So we're going to move up with the Poliwrath attack and try to either knock out or confuse the Stuffle. Again, we're going to get knocked out, 8 damage. You know, feels bad, but it is what it is. They're going to go ahead, play Max Revive. They're going to bring out the Swellow. We're going to bring up the Frostlass. And I feel okay about this matchup. I feel okay about this. Oh, man. Feels bad for them, man. We are going to be able to get enough damage to KO. You know, I was kind of hoping to land the purple into the white, but so we could capture it. I have yet to, you know, make use of that ability. It would help if I had 2 of them, you know, to be fair, but Sableye, we're pretty close to getting us around on the goal, and here comes Stuffle, confused. That's exactly what should happen. I'm sure the opponent was hoping to land miss and shift into an attack, which, you know, to be honest, happens more than you would think. And we're going to go for the attack here. If we can get a knockout, then that could pretty much be game. But we were running the risk of hitting the Destiny Bond, which would have, you know, kind of took us out of a, you know, I feel like we're in a good position right here. All we got to do is land purple. There's a lot of purple and blue that can happen in this matchup. Cotton Guard is going to go off. Come on, one more time. Land blue or purple. The opponent is going to get the round, and that's going to be enough to kind of free up some of that pressure. Now, I could go in for the YOLO, but you know, I really don't want to get my my Sableye surrounded, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna move up. I'm going to attack, hoping that they do not land fly, because I didn't really want to give them the opportunity to go after my Mimikyu. So got rid of the Swellow, and here comes the Swablu. We do have that huge miss. The opponent has yet to they've yet to fail to capitalize on that situation. They're very aware for that next turn only. They know they got to get the attack in. So I go for the YOLO. We confuse that Swablu, which is definitely not what we want. It's going to make it much harder for us to get a knockout. And they're going to retake the entry. I'm going to move up. We're one turn from surrounding. Stuffle is going to, you know, back up. I'm going to attack here. Oh, man. That's exactly what we needed, too. If we could have landed the Shadow Sneak, that would have been a knockout, and that could have been game. That could have been game. But the opponent, I believe, still has Gold Block at this point. Another curse is going to go down. So, yeah, that wouldn't have been quite game. The opponent still has Gold Block. So, our back line should hold off that Swablu pretty good. And we're going to land another Confuse Ray. Not what I wanted to see there. You know, again, it's going to make it much harder to get a knockout. I'd much rather see that Swablu burned. And Cotton Guard's going to go off. Shadow Claw is definitely not what we want to be landing. Not when we're protecting the goal. Again, we're going to go for the attack. Finally, we get the Shadow Sneak. But they had the Cotton Guard, I believe. No, they are going to get knocked out. So the opponent is going to have to Gold Block. And now I'm going to back up. I don't want to get surrounded. Yeah, I go in for the attack here. Now, I just want to confuse it. I don't want it to have any damage. I don't want it to be able to reliably attack my back line and go after my goal. So that Swablu is going to have a tough time landing any kind of damage, and we get our Frostlass back. So I'm good with that. I am definitely good with that. I'm going to move around, and they move up with Stuffle. So I'm going to jump over with my Sableye, and I'm going to make it tough for that Stuffle to try to knock us out. And that confused Swablu should not really be able to land any damage. So we're going to go for the surround. Now, if we get knocked out here, it's going to be pretty bad, and we do get knocked out. Now, I thought this over, guys. I have the long throw still, so I figured even if we do get knocked out, I'm going to be able to long throw, surround that Swablu, and prevent my goalie from getting surrounded. And that Stuffle's going to have to pretty much find a miracle to be able to steamroll. But they have that Wave Arms. They're able to send us to the bench, but our disguise is gone because we still have the disguise. So we go in for the attack. We're not able to get the knockout, and Shadow Claw's gonna go down again. Like, come on, Mimikyu. Like, I got you to level 9, so I gotta move up with the Heat Rotom. I have to trust the Heat Rotom. Come on. All we gotta do is land blue or the Overheat, and we do land the Overheat. And that is going to be GG, boys. So that was definitely an incredible matchup. You know, we definitely had the fight for this win. Could have won either way. We got close to winning a few times. The opponent was moving in. So definitely a really good match. GG to X Devil. I've seen this name. I'm pretty sure they're an X-Clan member. But I've been loving this deck, guys. I actually call it the Phantom Banisher. It's pretty good. But there's a lot of status, able to bring Pokemon back off the bench, you know, again with the banishes, curse from Mimikyu, the mobility with the Rotom, and then transforming into the Heat Rotom for that power. Really love this deck. I think it could be good in League too, but I think that's going to wrap this video up. And definitely, again, guys, do not forget to check the description. Go click it. It only takes 30 seconds. Sign that petition. Let's try to get this account login system changed. And if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely slap a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Follow me on Twitter at KDub175 for bonus content, further discussions, and until the next one, later guys.